ABC 57's Annie Kate is live at the Carroll County Courthouse where crowds are gathering in anticipation of a verdict. Annie?
Yeah, Brian, the jury ended its deliberations about an hour ago. Of course, they have not come to a verdict just yet, and the energy out here is palpable, Brian. Dozens and dozens of us waiting outside this courthouse for an answer, and some with pretty strong convictions about what that answer should be. Take a look at your screen. These signs were lined up outside the courthouse this morning. They were created by those, many of them YouTubers, who feel Alan is innocent and this is some kind of witch hunt. You can see their anger from the words on these signs. They're frustrated at the lack of public transparency in this trial. No cameras were allowed at any point. I interviewed the woman making them.
Well, the world's watching, and everybody's either way you look at it. Yeah. Whether he's guilty or not guilty, everybody's mad because there was no cameras. You know, it's been rough the last couple of weeks being out here sleeping in the line for 3 weeks and then getting in. Some days you get in, some days you don't.
But it's not all anger out here in Delphi. Take a look at your screen again. Local businesses are showing up to remember what's at the heart of this trial. That Libby and Abby were taken too soon. Justice is hopefully one step closer, and they will not be forgotten. Some of those businesses, like you saw on your screen, have Abby and Libby's name plastered on their storefronts. Those girls will not be forgotten. I will be here in Delphi until a verdict is reached. Those deliberations will pick back up tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. For now, live in Delphi, I'm Annie Kate, ABC 57 News.
Let's go back to the Carroll County Courthouse and ABC 57's Annie Kate following it all for us live there. Annie?
Yeah, Brian, after a full day of deliberations, the jury has called it a night. They have not reached a verdict yet. Those deliberations will pick back up tomorrow. They've been at it about 9 hours so far, 7 hours today, 2 hours yesterday. Meanwhile, dozens and dozens of us are waiting outside the courthouse for an answer. Verdict watch continues. Friends of the victims' families continue to show up for this process to support those most closely affected. They were upset by some of the negative signage outside the courthouse and wanted to make more positive signs, remembering Libby and Abby in all of this. And local businesses are doing the same. Here you can see them displaying Abby and Libby's names on their store windows.
This community is resilient. They have stood by these families and wrapped their arms and tried to protect them in every way possible.
Now, like I said, those deliberations will pick back up tomorrow morning. We're told that the jury will start deliberating at about 10 a.m. And I will be here in Delphi every step of the way until that verdict is reached. For now, live in Delphi, I'm Annie Kate, ABC 57 News. Yeah, Brian, after a full day of deliberations, the jury has not reached a verdict yet, and they have already cleared out for the night. Now, those deliberations will pick back up tomorrow on a Saturday. This trial has been going on Saturdays, as you know, and verdict watch continues. And as I spend time outside the courthouse today and all throughout this trial, Brian, I realized just how much this crime, the brutal murder of 13-year-old Abby Williams and 14-year-old Libby German, continues to impact the local community almost 8 years later.
For me, I think it's been a long time waiting. I'm happy that they arrested someone and that there is a verdict coming. You know, we're here with our signs to support the family, you know, to make sure that the family knows that they have local support, you know, that Abby and Libby are not forgotten and that they're loved dearly.
Now, that's Delphi resident Kathy Clendening, who says she continues to show up to be a force of support for the victims' families. She says she's angered by those who are here to exploit the case for social media views, and local businesses are ready for businesses to go back to normal as well. Many, they tell me, have gotten slow or no business during this trial. Some doors even have no media signs displayed. But today, Some displayed Abby and Libby's names on their storefront windows. This case is near and dear to those in the local community, and Abby and Libby will not be forgotten. Now, like I said, those deliberations are going to pick back up tomorrow, and I will be here in Delphi until a verdict is reached. Live outside the Carroll County Courthouse, I'm Annie Kate, ABC 57 News.